So what is a CMA? A CMA in real estate is what we call a comparative market analysis. And what it's done is it's generally done when we're getting ready to take a listing. It's also done then when we're getting ready with a buyer then to write an offer. So it's a comparative market analysis of that house that's on the market and comparing it to then other prices that are in the market. Generally, we're trying to find homes that have been in the same neighborhood, the same area of town. We're looking for homes that have similar square footage and trying to address that, homes that have been built at a similar time period. Do they have similar features? Are they 4-bedroom? Are they 3-bath? And then how do those homes relate? Then what we do is we kind of look at the price of which they sold at over the past maybe 6 months or maybe a year. It's kind of our real estate realtors version of an appraisal. It's not an official appraisal by any means, but it's a comparative market analysis and how we help advise our clients on how much their home is worth. So when we're putting together a CMA, we're considering things like, is the property in the same school district? Again, does it have the same square footage? Does it have the same bathrooms? Who was the builder? Does it have some of the features? Does it have a pool? Does it not have a pool? It's so all of these things help make up the overall price of how we're going to assist somebody and how we're going to recommend to somebody of what they price their home. Then the same thing comes into play then when a buyer gets ready to make an offer on a home. Doing a CMA on that piece of property that they're getting ready to do an offer on then allows us the same affordability to say, okay, do we think it's right in the right market and in the right price, so we can give the buyer a better chance on figuring out what they should offer in relationship to the sales price. If we find massive differentials in maybe what a price was listed at and what a buyer is willing to offer, that's when the negotiations start, and that's when the conversation can start happening between the agents to try to figure out why and figure out what's different between those homes. There's a third part that comes into when a CMA is generally done, and that's if a house has been on the market for an extended period of time. At that point, we start to continue to look to see, all right, are there other homes that have sold while we've had it on the market, not just before when we listed the property, and then how do those homes start to stack up? In fact, we have a software program that when our sellers work with us, that's a weekly report that they're going to get, and they're going to see a mini version of different homes that have sold in the market, how they compare to their own home, and what those homes are priced per square footage, same bedroom, same baths, and what they have sold for, or whether or not they were new listed. And that starts to continue to educate the seller on the process of where their home is priced within the marketplace. Pricing is one of the most complicated things that needs to happen. And it's one of the things that we try to educate our agents on the most, because we want to make sure that the home is priced to sell in the time frame in which a seller needs to sell, but also that we're maximizing the value and all of the investment that the seller has put into a house as compared to the market. So that's what a CMA is. And if you have any questions, be sure to ask some of the outstanding agents of RE/MAX.